Hello viewers, hope you're doing well. Today in this video, I'm going to call place order API in our React.js application. So let's get started. As you can see, a React.js application. So let me open here a customer service. Let me duplicate this function. So I'm going to setting a function for place order. So the function name that we have, place order, it will be a async function. Inside the argument, it will get an object. Now inside this function, we have a try and the catch block. The catch block will catch an exception in case of API failing, where we have to throw an error. Now inside the try block, we have to call the endpoint from Node.js application, where a mapping that we have post the URL of the endpoint that we have /API/customer/order. After the URL, we have to pass here a data object and we have to return the response. Now after that, let me open here a card component. So inside this component, we have to create a model to get an address and the order instructions to place the order. Let me open here post book component. From this component, I'm going to copy the use state that we have set book. Let me add inside a card component. So the use state name that we have form data, and it will be a set form data. We have to initialize this with the use state. So inside this, we have only two fields. First, we have order description. Second, we have an address. Let me move these. After that, let me create a use state for an open. That is by default false. Now after that, let me copy the functions from post book component that we have handle input change and the handle submit. Let me copy these. Let me add inside a card component. So first I'm going to update the function that we have handle input change. So this function will get an event inside the argument. Now inside this function, we have to extract name and the value from event.target. After extracting these, we have to clone the input value to the use state that we have set form data. And this is the value. After that, let me update the function that we have handle submit. So it will be an async function. Inside the argument, it will get an event. Now inside this function, we have a try catch and the finally block. The catch block will catch an exception in case of API failing. Inside the catch block, we have to show an error snack bar with a caption getting error while placing an order. Inside the finally block, we have to set the loading state value to false. Now inside the try block, we have to call the function from a customer service that we have place order. Inside the argument of this, we have to pass here a form data object that we have address and the order description. After calling the endpoint, we are saving the API response into this variable that we have response. After getting the response, we have to check here the status. If a status 200, then we have to navigate the customer to the dashboard page. So let me update the path that we have /customer/dashboard. After that, we have to show a success snack bar with the caption order placed successfully. After that, let me call it the use state that we have set open that will use to show and hide the dialog box. So we have to set here the open value to false, means we have to close the dialog box after placing an order. After setting this function, I'm going to create a model where we have to get order description and the address to place an order. So as you can see, a box tag where we are showing the total amount of an order. After this grid, let me add another grid where we have a button with the caption place order. So as you can see, a grid. Inside this, we have the button with the caption place order. On the click of this button, we are setting the open state value to true. After that, here I'm going to add the HTML code for a dialog box. As you can see, a tag for a dialog. Let me import this from material UI. On this tag, we have the property open, where we are checking an open state value. If open has true, then we have to show this dialog. After that, we have the property on close. On this property, we are setting an open value to false. After that, we have the property paper props, where we have two props. First, we have component with a value form. After that, we have the on submit event. On this event, we are calling the function that we have handle submit that will use to call the endpoint. Inside this, we have the tag for a dialog title. Let me import this. As you can see, the caption that we have place order. After that, we have a tag for a dialog content. Let me import this. Inside this, we have the tag for a dialog content text. Let me import this. So the text that we have, place your order by adding any special instructions in description and address. After that, we have the text field for an address. Let me import this. On this tag, we have the two properties. First, we have value. Second, we have on change. We are calling the function that we have handle input change. Let me update the function name. After that, we have the value property that we have form data dot address. This property will use to set the default value of form data dot address. For now, it's an empty quotes. Now after that, let me add the text field for an order description. So as you can see, a text field that for an order description. Let me update the function name on a on change event that we have handle input change, and this is the value property that we have form data dot order description. Now outside of the dialog content, we have the tag for a dialog actions. Inside this tag, we have the two buttons. First we have cancel, second we have place order. On the click of cancel button, we are setting the open state value to false. That will use to hide the dialog box. Now I'm going to initialize. I use navigate and the enqueue snack bar hook. So let me get from post book component. Let me add inside the cart component. Let me import a use navigate from a React router DOM and a use snack bar hook from notice stack. Now you can take a look of cart component. Let's navigate to the browser. As you can see, a button that we have, place order. Let's click on this, and as you can see, a dialog box where we have the address and the order description input. After that, we have the two buttons, cancel and the place order. On the cancel button, we are closing the dialog box. Now I'm going to fill these inputs where we have the address like 123 Street NYC. Description I'm going to add here, domain description. Now let's click on the place order button. As you can see, the snack bar we got order placed successfully. After that, it's navigating us to the customer dashboard page. So that's all for now from my side. If you have any confusion, you can do comment. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.